Yes, Tottenham Hotspur have agreed a deal to sign Conor Gallagher from Atletico Madrid for £34 million. And the player is expected to fly to London today to have a medical. We're debating this morning if it's a good transfer for both Spurs and Gallagher. Is that the deal that both need? Right, Charlie, you played with Conor Gallagher. Tell us, where that was and what he was like.
Listen, West Brom, coming on a loan deal from Chelsea, and what he come in and the energy he brought to the team was very important and was highlighted. You could see it quite evidently why he's at Chelsea and why he's actually gone on to big things. When he left West Brom, yes, he went on loan to Paris, done brilliantly. He was a captain at Chelsea. I think that goes under the radar also. He was the captain at Chelsea Football Club, who are a massive football club. Then he's gone on to Atletico Madrid. And I do think the biggest thing is also is in the back of his mind, yes, the World Cup is an outside chance, but it is almost out of sight, out of mind scenario. So him coming back to the Premier League and performing to the way he can will be a big help for Tottenham. I think it's something that they are missing, but also it could give Thomas Tuchel a headache. Well,
we'll ask you about England in a moment, but in terms of Tottenham, I remember Tim Sherwood was on the show yesterday saying that Tottenham need some players who are going to basically pass the ball forward rather than sideways and backwards. Does Conor Gallagher bring that?
Yeah, but I think, yes, he does. But I think it's almost, for me, I think it's a little bit more to that in the reason of the energy that he's going to bring. He's going to break up plays, he'll take the ball up the pitch. And yes, you get them creative players that can put the ball through either need, or you've got Kulusevski and Maddison, but unfortunately they're injured. But Conor Gallagher is someone that the crowd can really get behind because his energy is so infectious for everybody to see. And when he's going around the place and being his teammate, you want to back him up. So maybe could be the shining spark to what Spurs need. Because at the moment, when you watch Spurs, you just think they're boring.
There's someone there, a message there, and it says, if, as a Chelsea fan, it's pretty hard to see him go, meaning going to Tottenham with them being rivals. Would that have been in Gallagher's mind at all?
But let him go.
Chelsea sold him.
You sold him, you let him go, you brought in different recruits, won't give him the game time. If he's going to Tottenham, so it's not, I don't think it's a massive deal. You sold him, you let him go on loan to West Brom, let him go on loan to Palace, and then he was a captain of your club, and then you sold him. And listen, careers move on and football is only a short time. I think that will not be in the back of his mind. When you look at it, he's going to go to Tottenham, he's got the great opportunity, and you talk about, was it with Villa and Tottenham, yeah, career choice. You look at it, you could say Villa and the way they're going, but with Tottenham, obviously he's been guaranteed to start.
But we've got a Tottenham fan in a moment. I did say I'd ask you about England. What chance of him getting into that squad now?
I think it's a slim chance unless he really takes the Premier League by storm in these next 4 months.
OK, right, well, let's speak to a Tottenham fan now. Daniel Nana-Cloovey joins us now. Daniel, how happy are you with this Gallagher signing once it goes through? Is this what you need?
Morning, guys. Yeah, I think it's a great signing. When it comes to Gallagher himself, we've been tracking Gallagher for quite a few seasons now, so he is pretty much a club signing, I would say, rather more than the managers. But it's definitely a great acquisition bringing him in. He will bring great experience, great wealth of tenacity and energy as well into the midfield, and generally just a great all-round player. That's what we need, an all-action midfielder.
Are you happy the way you've gone about this? It does appear from the outside that Spurs have been quite ruthless. Aston Villa were in for him, but they wanted like a loan with the option or even an obligation to buy. Tottenham have gone, right, we're just going to give you more money than Villa were going to give you to get it done now. Is that exactly what you want to see from your club?
Yeah, we do. We're in a position right now where we are not really within the top 5. We are just probably about 5 points away from that. But when it came to Villa coming in and putting in a bid, we knew that we could obviously trump them. Well, we have to do that nowadays. That's just how football works. That's just how the business is. You have to show that you are, and you can operate ruthlessly when needed to be. And I think it's very different compared to what it was with Levy. I think Levy will be possibly penny pinching if he can. Maybe throwing in an odd player within the deal just to sweeten it up a little bit for the suitor. But for us in particular, if it means that we could just throw the cash down just to secure the player's services, why not do it? Because we have got the funds to do it.
Yeah, Daniel, I'm with you on this. Like, you look back into the summer, right? It happened to you. Shoes on the other foot. Arsenal come and took Eze off your toes, right? And that's it. Now you've gone and done it. I think this is for what Tottenham fans wanted to see. So all talk about the stadium, this, that, and the other. Got the money. We'll go and spend the money. And they've obviously gone and done that. I think Conor Gallagher is going to be a player that's going to come in and the fans are going to be excited to see how much energy he actually has. And if you can get behind him and he can be infectious to the rest of the team, then they could really turn around the season so far. I don't know, turn around the season, but at least play enjoyable football, because at the moment, Daniel, you are a boring team to watch.
Yeah, no, I mean, Charlie, you're right. I mean, I honestly, when it comes to games itself, you probably would fall asleep to it, to be honest with you. It is really turgid. It's really boring. Our midfield is not really packed out with as much energy. Obviously, João Palhinha has joined us on Bayern on loan, and he's obviously contributed with goals and assists where he can. But he's not really a number 6. He's more of a 6 rather than an 8. Sorry. So we need an actual 8 that can actually be a box-to-box player. That's what Gallagher can do. That's what he can do when coming in. And additionally, with your point as well, when it comes to putting the cash down, yeah, we've been traumatized with the Eze deal. We need to obviously show that we can operate as a big club. You've got the funds to do it. Put it down. Show that you can be a real game changer here, and that's exactly what we've done. So hopefully, he's just one of many that we could bring in this January window, because we really do need it.
There's a message there from a viewer called Steph, and actually I saw one pretty much exactly like this a few moments ago. Bad move for Conor. It's a step down. Spurs are on a downward spiral. Is it a step down?
A step down from...
the other one was from Josh.
Yeah, but a step down from what, if what I'm saying? From Atletico Madrid? If you're comparing them, then unfortunately, Daniel, you have to have this. It is. But the Premier League is the best league, right? It's the most watched, like we always say. But Spurs, where they are at the moment, it doesn't look like they're getting to the Champions League places. But Conor is coming to Tottenham, and he's got the opportunity now to play and be in the eyesight of the England manager. That will be in the back of his mind also. And I do say it again, when you're playing La Liga, it's fine unless you're at the top end. But it is almost an out-of-sight, out-of-mind scenario.
Daniel, what is your best midfield right now? I know you've got some injuries in there, so you can't count Maddison, and Bentancur's out as well. You've got Palhinha, you've got Simons, Bissouma is still there, Archie Gray, Lucas Bergvall. When you put Gallagher into that, where does he fit? What's your best 3?
I would say our best 3 right now would have to be João Palhinha. And if Gallagher comes in, he comes in, and he obviously starts Xavi as a 10. But going off to the point that the person that has messaged you guys with and what Charlie was saying, I personally think that when it comes to Gallagher making a move to us, it is not necessarily, I'd say, a step down. I'd say it's more of a sidestep, really. Simply being that in La Liga, you have the top 3. You have Barcelona, you have Real Madrid, and you have Atletico Madrid. In the Premier League, you have more than just the top 3. You have the top 5 or 6.
But you ain't even in that, Daniel.
Well, I think we are. Unfortunately, with history could tell you that, mate. And I mean, also...
Let's not talk about history, mate, because Manchester United fans will be saying they've won the Premier League. Listen, you're poor at the moment. You've been poor last year. Yeah, you won the Europa League. This is just what we see. This is what we just see at the moment, right? So it's easy to say it is a downward step on that one for me.
I mean, I don't agree, Try. And simply being because we won the Europa League last season against a really poor Man United side. We were poor last season. That, I could take that for granted. We could definitely accept that.
Have you been better this season?
I would say definitely, compared to where we were last season in terms of 17, yeah, we're doing a lot better, but we're not playing great football. And I think that's because we haven't really strengthened the areas that we need to strengthen. We need to get a right winger now that Kudus is injured for the long term. We need definitely another left winger as well. We need another midfielder in there and possibly a striker. That's
wait. I get that bit, Daniel. Sorry, I've been on about this for a while. How have you not said you need a number 9? You play Richarlison at number 9. That is the most important place. I think you lot take for granted how good and how important Harry Kane was for you. You were never going to replace that, but you ain't got a number 9. That's the biggest thing. You've got no one on the pitch down the middle to score any goals for Tottenham.
I mean, I put it this way. When it comes to Richarlison, what he's been delivering so far, he has delivered the goods, right? But is he our long-term solution? No, he isn't. And we are still looking for that. Unfortunately, when it came to Kane, I think we knew his time at Spurs was coming to an end. He needed a new challenge. We weren't willing to back him. We weren't willing to kick on, especially when Poch got us to the Champions League final. Yeah, it was time for Kane to obviously go to pastures new. We need that replacement. Dominic Solanke's now back. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt for this season just to see what he can do. But if he can't deliver, if Richarlison's still hit and miss, we definitely need to go out there back in the market. It might be more of a long-term thing rather than a short-term thing, to be honest.